everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to Stay Home Sessions with Sam. I'm glad to have a few of you guys back. I'm seeing some newcomers, some people that have been doing it all week. It's great to see. I love bringing everyone together just for an hour a day, just to get your mind off everything, get your body moving, sweat a bit. It's great. So I'll go over the warm-up today. We'll start the warm-up, and then I'll go over the workout, and we'll get going. Okay, great. Let's get started. So our warm-up today, we have a 5-minute piece on the rowing machine. We'll start with some technique, starting with arms only, then we'll add in the body, arms and body. Then we'll move to quarter slide, half slide, 3/4 slide, full slide, and then we'll take some power 10s at different stroke rates. I'll call you on those power 10s. You can set your monitor for 5 minutes, or you can just do just row, and we can start together. Great. So make sure we're setting our foot stretchers so that the strap is at the widest part of our foot. Our drag factor is between a 3 and a 5. For warm-ups, I usually just do just row. Our last power 10 will go over 5 minutes. Okay. So we're strapping in here. Getting ready for our warm-up. Sitting up at the catch nice and tall. And we're moving back to that finish for arms only. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. Fully extending those arms out. Beautiful. Adding in the body into, here's 1 and 2. Arms away, body swings over, body back, arms. Nice hinging at the hips, still staying up nice and tall. Making sure that handle stays on that flat plane. No movement up or down. And we'll move to quarter slide, into, here's 1 and 2, quarter slide. So slight bend in the legs here. Make sure we're getting that body over before those legs break. Nice. Nice hinging at the hips to get that body over. And we'll move to half slide, into, here's 1 and 2, half slide. Where the elbows meet the knees. Nice checkpoint there. Really pressing off the feet when you get to that half slide. Moving to 3/4 slide, into, here's 1 and 2, 3/4. Inching up that slide. Nice relaxed recovery as we get to that 3/4 slide. And full slide, into, here's 1 and 2, full slide. Starting to build in pressure here at this full slide. Getting into a nice rhythm. Our stroke rate should be around a 20 here in this warm-up. Nice solid strokes here. Building the heat in the body. And our first power 10 will be at the 3-minute mark at a 22 stroke rate. Into, here's 1 and 2, 10 and a 22. Sitting up tall, 5 more. Reset, connecting back with the technique. And our second power 10 will be at the 4-minute mark at a 24 stroke rate. Into 24. Here's 1 and 2, 10 to 24. Last 5. 3. And bring it down. Breathing here. Nice connection off the drive. And we're getting ready for our last power 10. At the 5-minute mark, we're going off at a 26. Into build. Here's 1 and 2, 10 to 26. 3. And paddle. Take a couple strokes here. Last 3, 2, 1. Relax. Grab some water here, stretch it out, take some layers off. I'll go over today's workout. Okay, great. So, for our workout today, we always have a rowing portion and then a body circuit portion. So we're gonna start off with our rowing portion. First set is gonna be 4 by 1 minute on, 1 minute off. So your 1 minute on, no stroke rate cap. You're going all out, sprinting for a minute, and then your 1 minute off of just paddling. So continuous recovery, really connecting back with your body and your technique on that off minute. So that'll be 4 times. So we'll technically do 4 minutes of work in that first rowing portion. I'll call you on and off for those minutes. And then next part, we have our body circuit. So each movement is 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So I'll go through each of the movements now, and then I'll do them right before we start the body circuit. So our inchworm with shoulder taps. So starting standing up, walking out to our inchworm, into the high plank, tap, tap, walk it back. So you're walking out to that high plank, you're tapping each shoulder, and then you're walking it back. And then we have skiers. So it's gonna be a lateral jump sideways, tap down. So that back leg comes back, you're tapping down. Make sure you're keeping that chest up. You're not hunching forward, you're looking straight ahead and tapping. Get the back of the glutes for that one. And then we have toe taps down on the mat. So feet are up, reaching for those toes. And then push-up opens, staying down on the mat. So you can either do full push-ups or you can do assisted push-ups on your knee. So push-up, open up into that side plank. If the side plank's too much, you can always come down on a knee and open up this way. And then go up on the other side, open. So you're rotating center, push up, opening up to each side. And then we have USRowing. So with your legs, so it's 45 seconds, so I'll call you halfway. 22.5 seconds, you'll be spelling out USRowing with your right leg. USRowing, and keep going. Halfway through, we'll switch out that leg. Try to keep that leg straight and elevate it as high as you can. Use that toe to draw out those letters. And then plank rock. So you can either be in a high plank for this or on your forearms. And you're gonna be rocking forward. So up in the high plank, use your toes to rock your body forward, or down the forearms, rock forward. If this is too much on the shoulders, feel free to just hold a high plank. And do any kind of modifications you need. I always say this is just a template. Just go off of this, listen to your body. We're all here to just get that heart rate up for half an hour, then we have a nice cool down. So then we have our second rowing portion. Same thing again, 4 by 1 minute on, 1 minute off. And then we'll go into the body circuit again, and then we'll get into our cool down. So we'll be doing the whole thing together. So if you get lost, just look up here, and you can set your monitor for this rowing portion with intervals, or you can just go off of me and do just row. But to set it for intervals, you want to go to menu, select workout, new workout, intervals time, and then it should be already preset to 1 minute, and then scroll over to your rest time. Just set that to 1 minute. So it should say 1:00 for the set time, set rest time 1:00. When you have that set, hit that little check mark at the bottom right, and you should be all set up for intervals. So it'll set you for 1 minute of work, then 1 minute of paddle. And we'll do these together. No cap on stroke rate. I suggest around a 30 or higher. It's gonna be quick. Or just getting into a comfortable fast rhythm where you're working for that minute, whatever your body needs. Okay, so our monitors are set. We're strapping in for our first 1 minute piece. We have 4 of them. Sitting up with the catch nice and tall. Arms off the legs, shoulders are relaxed. Attention, row. We're on for this minute. Getting right into it. I'm gonna be stroking at a 30 here. Staying consistent on the split. Staying up tall. Driving through this halfway point. Quick as a catch. Right out the last 10. Paddle. Woo. Relaxing that recovery. Connecting with your breath. Using this equal rest to come back to your technique. Picking out those things your coaches always call you out for, getting that body over. Staying up tall at the catch, no lunging. And we're gearing up for our second 1 minute piece, 15 seconds. We'll build at 5. Start building here for 2, 1. We're on 1 minute. Getting right back into it, right back into that high stroke rate. Working our legs here. Sit up. Nice work. We're here for 15. 5. Paddle. Sitting up tall so you can breathe, nice and strong. Let's connect back with our core, especially at that finish. Protect that lower back. "30 seconds of rest left here. Halfway through this set. Should be nice and warm. Legs are ready to push. 15. We'll start building at that 5-second mark. And building here. And we're on for a minute. Check our meters at that 30-second mark and double them. All the way through for 10. Paddle. Woo. Remember, as we get tired here, we don't want to get sloppy. Coming back to that body control. One more last interval here. And we'll build at that 5-second mark. 5 seconds, on and 2. We're on, last minute. Feeling strong here. Solid press through the feet. Nice, Tegan. We're driving through these other boats. 4:30. Holding through for 15 here. 5. Paddle. Beautiful. Paddling through. We have 40 seconds left of this paddle, and then you can relax and put the handle down. These paddling strokes are so important. They give you time to relax up the recovery, really thinking about what your body's doing here. Muscle memory here. Build it right here in these last few strokes. 10 seconds left of paddle. And relax. Nice work. Grabbing some water here, and then we'll get into our first body circuit. Body should feel nice and warm now. Ready to go, getting right into those inchworm shoulder taps. So again, inchworm shoulder taps will start walking it out. Tap, tap, walk it back. So when you're in that high plank, body is in one long plane, butt is down. Okay, we're on for inchworm with shoulder taps in 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Tap, tap, walk back. Clap at the top. Moving at our own pace here. And if the inchworm is too much, you can always stay in your high plank and tap it out. Any modification your body needs, we're here for 15. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Getting ready for skiers. So our skiers, jumping across as far as we can and tap. Cross, tap. We're on in 5, 3, 2, 1. Ski. If you want to challenge, try to widen that jump sideways. You'll feel this in your glutes tomorrow. Trying to stay light on the toes, especially if you're in an apartment like me. People below me can hear me. 15. Breathing here, keeping that chest up. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Okay, down on the mat for toe touches. So we'll be on our back, legs are up, reaching for those toes. If this is too much in the hamstrings, have a nice bend in the legs. And we're on. Getting the shoulder blades off the mat. Using the core for this movement. $15. Reaching up for those toes. For 3, 2, 1. Woo! Staying down on the mat for push-up opens. So we either have a full push-up or modified on the knees, opening up to the side. And we're on. Push-up, open. Push-up, open. Using that core to rotate open. Nice use of the obliques. $15. Three, 2, 1. Up for US rowing. Remember, we're drawing out US rowing with our legs, using the hips for balance. We're on in 3, 2, 1. Draw it out. I'll tell you when we're halfway through. We'll switch out that leg. Trying to get height on that leg. And switch it out. Left leg. Breathing here, connecting with the core. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Plank rocks. Down on the mat. So we're going to be either in a high plank or low plank, rocking on those toes. 3, 2, 1. Up. We're in this high plank. Make sure your fingertips are widely spread. Nice grip with the hands. Making sure our shoulders don't pass the fingertips on these rocks. They're little rocks. Engaging the core here. If this is too much on the shoulders, feel free to do any type of plank variation your body needs. You can tap it out. You can bring opposite knee to elbow. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Press back into child's pose. Forehead to the mat, reaching those fingertips forward. This feels great after abs. That plank brings a lot of tension into your shoulders. And when you're ready, slowly roll up, grab some water. We'll get into our second and last rowing portion of today. Great. Okay. So the beautiful thing about setting a workout and doing it again, is you don't have to reset it. You can do just row. So menu, select workout, re-row. You should see the 1 minute on, 1 minute off there. Re-row. Nice. Okay, so we'll get ready. 4 minutes of work ahead of us. And you can always set your monitor for 8 minutes too and count down that way. That's easier. Or do just row, just as easy. So we're starting with 1 minute on. Sitting up at the catch nice and tall. Attention. Row. Getting right back to that split we saw before. Focus in on these last 40 seconds. Sitting up tall at that catch. Hanging on those arms through the drive. 15. Paddle. Breathing. Nice hinging at the hips here. Feel free to add in a body prep pause or any pause here that focuses on your technique. Getting a good workout in. getting good strokes in. And start rowing it out, taking out that pause for the last 15. Gearing up for our second minute piece. In 2. Here's 1. And 2, we're on. Pressing through the balls of the feet. Making that fan roar here. Nailing down our split. 15. All the way through for 5. Paddle. Woo! Halfway through this set. Two minutes of work left. That's it on this machine. Creating length between the shoulders and the ears. Making that spine long. Getting those nice long strokes here. Getting ready, we're on in 2. Here's 1. And 2, we're on. I'm at that 30 stroke rate, staying consistent. Coming off that nice rest, pressing here. Sit up for 20. Paddle. Way to work here. One more interval ahead of us. 1 more minute of work on this machine. So from the start, I said, forget about everything. This hour is for you. Be selfish here. Pushing to make your body stronger. Taking stress out on this machine. You take so much energy out on other people in your lives. Use the energy for yourself. In this last minute, 5 seconds, we're on in 2. Here's 1 and 2. Last minute. We're emptying the tanks here together. Less than 250 meters left of your race. You're pushing ahead with the legs. Last 15 strokes. Pat them down. Beautiful work. Sitting up tall, breathing. It's my favorite thing to tell people. You sit up tall. It makes you think to connect back to your core. It makes you feel longer. It lets you breathe. Last 20 seconds left on the paddle here. Five seconds, last two. Here's one and two. Relax. Nice push. We're done rowing for today, unless you're doing the April Fool's Challenge. We're on day 10, so you have a 10K to do. I've been doing it. I've been erging for 10 days, dash erg biking for 10 days. Whew, it's great. It's a great challenge. Okay, grabbing some water. We'll get into our last body circuit. How do we feel? Nice and warm. Woo! Okay. Starting with inchworm with shoulder tap. If you need modifications, feel free. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. $15. Last time you'll be doing this movement today on this Friday. Getting a great start to our weekends. 3, 2, 1. Skiers. Woo. Yeah, these are my favorite. You always feel it the next day. I like to throw them in every once in a while. 3, 2, 1. If you really want to feel sore in your butt, run stairs. We used to do 2x20 stairs in college. Freshman year, I don't think I've ever been so sore in my life. I couldn't even sit on the toilet. It was crazy. These won't be that bad, but I hope you're sore. 15. Keeping that chest up. Nice hops to the side. For 3, 2, 1. Down on the mat for toe taps. We're on in 5, 3, 2, 1. Up. Reaching for those toes. That lower back should be pressed into the back, into the mat. Breathing. 15. 3, 2, 1. Roll up. Push up open, staying down on the mat. Remember the last time we're doing all of these movements today. 3, 2, 1. Nice, strong, opening up that side body, stretching out those arms. Spread those fingertips nice and wide, like a sun. 15. 3, 2, 1. Woo! US rowing, draw it out. If you want to change it up and spell out anything you want, your club name, your best friend, feel free. 3, 2, 1. As long as we're getting that leg up there, using that core for stability. And we're breathing. Switch it out. Staying up nice and tall, relaxing the shoulders. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Last 45-second plank rocks. Down on the mat. Holding strong. We're up in 5, 3, 2, 1. Up. Rock it out. Also, feel free to play any music, any playlists in the background. I can't put any on for you because we post these to YouTube. But definitely makes the silent less silent. Rocking on those toes, keeping that butt down, squeezing the core, shoulders tracing over the wrists. Less than 15. 3, 2, 1. Press down into child's pose. Walking those fingertips out, forehead comes to the mat. Nice work. Grabbing some water here. Rolling up nice and slow. We'll go into our yoga for the hips. Every rower carries so much stress in those hips. Then it comes into the lower back. So I have a few poses here. It'll help you open up there. We really work those hips today. So we'll come into downward dog. Feel free to take your shoes off on the mat. Be a true yogi. And we'll start with our downward dog. So pressing our fingertips wide into the mat, coming up on our toes. If you can't get those heels all the way down, that's okay. Pedal out those feet. Trying to press our chest down. Nice work. Taking a few breaths here in this downward dog. Letting that heart rate come down. Really connecting with the body here. And then we're going to bring that right leg forward for a low lunge. So making a nice 90 degrees here. Make sure that knee doesn't come past the toes. Letting that left leg track. And if this is all you can do, keeping your hands on your knees, that's totally fine. You should feel this in your left hip. Nice hip opener here. And you can even bring your hands up nice and tall to sink it a little bit lower into that hip. Whew. And even as we bring our hands up, still relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the muscles in the face, sinking into this left hip. Nice. Deep breath in. And on your exhale, sinking a little bit lower for 3, 2, 1. So using your right hand, grab that left foot for a nice quad stretch. If this is too much, you can always take your right hand down, your left hand down to the floor. Or you can even stand up for a quad stretch, standing on your right leg and pulling up that left leg. Nice. Really feeling this in the left quad. And coming into a lizard pose. So keeping our right leg exactly where it is, left leg is tracking behind, taking both hands on the inside, on the left side of this right foot, and starting to sink lower and see if you can come down to your forearms. If that's too much, using those hands and gently come forward. You should feel this in the right leg, up the hamstring. And breathing into this pose. Inhale. And on your exhale, sinking a little bit closer to that mat for 3, 2, 1. Coming up, we'll move into pigeon pose. So taking this leg, your right leg, and bringing the shin parallel to the front of your mat, keeping that left leg tracking behind you. Making sure that right heel is in front of that left hip, trying to keep those hips parallel. And see if you can come down to your forearms. And if you can do a little bit more, come down to the chest. This is great for the hips. And breathing into these poses. You should feel all the work you did here today melting into the mat. And inhale. And on your exhale, sinking an inch lower into that hip for 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll up, back to the forearms, back up. Coming back into that downward dog. And we're gonna even it out, bringing that left leg forward into that low lunge. Right leg is tracking behind. And you feel free to use your knee here, or if you wanna come up, bringing those hands up overhead, nice and tall. Opening up that right hip here. Breathing. Using that core for stability. And taking our left hand, using the right leg down, or the right hand down the mat, grabbing that right foot for a nice quad stretch. Nice, you should feel this in your right quad. If this is too uncomfortable, feel free to stand up on your left foot and pulling that right quad up. Yogi's choice here. Stretching out that quad. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Coming down for lizard pose. So bringing both hands to the right side of that left leg. And see how low you can walk your body down, maybe down to the forearms. And you should feel this in this left leg. Nice stretch here. Make sure that knee for that left leg does not come past those toes. It's tracking over the ankle. Right leg is tracking behind us. And inhale. On the exhale, melting a little bit closer. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Coming up for pigeon pose. So taking that left leg Having that shin parallel to the front of your mat. And this heel should be in front of this hip. Keeping those hips parallel. Right leg is tracking behind us, coming down to our forearms. You should feel this in the left hip, nice open. And if you're comfy here, just chill here. If not, walk it down to the mat. See if you can melt that chest down. And breathing. Finding stillness in this pose. Relaxing the face. Relaxing any tension we have here. Melting into the mat for 3, 2, 1. Slowly rolling up. Coming back into that downward dog. Pedal out those feet. Nice work. Coming into a seated position. So we're going to do double pigeon here. So think knee to ankle, knee to ankle. So bringing our left leg parallel to your mat, and then bringing that right leg on top of the left leg, and trying to keep those shins parallel from each other, stacking it up, using your fingertips to press your body up. And you should feel this on the right hip. So that leg that's on top, you should feel that stretch. If not, try to get those legs even more parallel. Using the fingertips, sitting up nice and tall, breathing, creating length in the spine, relaxing the face. Nice. So this is always a great modification for normal pigeon. If that one's too much on the hips, this is a little less stress. And it feels great. And if you don't feel it, feel free to press that top leg down a bit, and you should feel it in that hip. Nice. I hope everyone has great weekend plans inside their homes, maybe picking up a craft, creating a new cocktail, getting some new recipes. I'm not a good cook, so I've been experimenting cooking, and it's been going pretty well so far. Okay, switching out those legs. So bringing that right leg below, the left leg on top, knee to ankle. Using the fingertips to press up. Nice. Should feel this in the left hip. Sitting up nice and tall. Really grounding down through the mat. Nice work.